Welcome to the Flora podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Flora, and today we're going to talk about what decluttering actually is. This is a bonus podcast episode for the first week of December 2024. But regardless of when you're listening to this is going to blow your mind and completely change how you think about clutter. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel, welcome to my podcast. I'm Flora Sage, and for over 25 years, I've been helping people like you align into a life or a business that you are wildly obsessed with by helping you clear the 9 types of clutter, keeping you from a life that you love. What are those 9 types of clutter? They are mental, spiritual, emotional, digital, financial, daily, body, process, and environmental clutter. And today, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to talk about what clutter and decluttering actually is. So I want you to think about one part of your life that feels cluttered, okay? Whether it's mental clutter, spiritual clutter, emotional clutter, digital clutter, your finances, daily clutter, process clutter, environmental, whatever it is, body clutter, all the things. I want you to pick one thing that is cluttered that just feels overwhelming, okay? So I want you to just have it in your mind. I'll give you just a few seconds to think about that one piece of clutter. You got it? Okay. Do you feel overwhelmed about all of that clutter? 99.9% of you listening to this just said yes. Now, I want you to lean into why you think this feels cluttered in your life. Just get curious about this clutter. Let's just say that the biggest overwhelm that you have for your clutter is your basement. And let's just say that it is just packed full of clutter. This would be environmental clutter because it's the clutter that is actually in your space. So you feel really overwhelmed with all of the clutter that's in your basement. So if you're able to, walk down to your basement and just get curious and just say, why does this feel overwhelming? Well, it feels overwhelming because of the amount of it. Okay, so, I want you to get a little bit more curious and just gravitate towards one box. Open the box and again, get curious about what's in there and just say, I wonder what's in this box. And ask yourself, I wonder when the last time I used this was. I can't really remember the last time I used this. So I wonder what would happen if I got rid of this. Well, chances are you might say, but I might need it someday. Or you might think, well, every time I get rid of stuff, I always need it right after I get rid of it. Well, the reason why we need something right after we get rid of it is because usually we forget we have it. And when we remember we have it by looking through a closet, or in this case, a box in a basement, what happens is our brain goes, oh, wow, yeah, I could have really used this. So it actually puts it on your radar. And then what happens is your brain starts to find a way or find an excuse or a reason for you to actually use this thing. So what happens a week, 2 weeks, a month later, all of a sudden, dang it, you need that thing, but you just got rid of it. That's the reason why we need things after we get rid of it, is because our brain remembers that we have it, and then it makes an excuse to get rid of it. But if you were to just take the entire box and say, you know what, I have not looked in this box for 3 years, chances are, if I get rid of this entire box without looking in it, that I'm not going to need what's in this box if I just get rid of it. Now, am I recommending that you just toss everything without looking at it? Absolutely not. But when you get curious about something and you say, I wonder what's in this box. I wonder why I haven't used this. I wonder, and you get curious. The overwhelm goes out of the picture and you just get curious. What's in this? Would I buy this again? Get curious. Would I buy this again? If my house was in danger of disaster, like a fire, tornado, a flood. Would I save this thing? Would I buy this thing again? So see what I did there? I'm putting in curiosity. When you put in curiosity, when you lead your decluttering sessions with curiosity, the overwhelm goes away because you just get curious about that one thing that's in front of you. I wonder what's in this box. I wonder what's in this little tote. I wonder what's in the garage. I wonder what's in the attic. And with each thing, get curious about, I wonder if I will use this again. I wonder, do I want to use this again? And when you get curious, if you haven't put two and two together, this is the answer to your decluttering woes, is curiosity. When you get curious about each and every item, it takes the pressure off. It takes the enormity off. It takes the overwhelm off, because what happens is you just get curious. I wonder if I will ever wear this again. I wonder if it even fits. Let me try it on. You try it on, you're like, I remember why I do not wear this. This feels like shit. It's scratchy, it's itchy, it binds here, or it's too big, or it's too tight, whatever it is. Or, this color looks horrible on me. What was I thinking when I bought it? All of a sudden, that answer that you've been waiting for, should I keep it or should I get rid of it, answers itself. Because you realize it's a tight, itchy sweater that doesn't feel good. Well, why the heck would I save this? No, I'm going to get rid of it. No. So interjecting curiosity about your decluttering projects instantly takes the pressure off. And it allows you to approach decluttering from a completely different vantage point. When you go into, let's just say your basement, that's our example that we're using. When you go into a decluttering project of decluttering your basement from a feeling of overwhelm, of I have no idea where to start, of course it's going to feel hard. Of course you're probably going to want to avoid it. But when you go into your basement with curiosity and saying, I wonder what the heck is even down here. And I wonder, okay, now that I'm down here, whoa, there's a lot of stuff. I wonder why I saved all this stuff. I wonder what's in this box. I wonder what's in this tote. And just get curious about each and everything. Do I love it? Do I use it? Do I even like it? When was the last time I used it? Would I buy it again? If this was in a disaster situation and I had the opportunity to save this, would I save it? There you go. Answer those questions. Everything that you have is useful. I'm going to say that because this is one of the arguments that I hear from people, but it's useful. If you're not using it, it's useless in your space. So give yourself permission to go into every single area that you want to declutter, whether it is your mental space, your daily space, your daily to-do, your process, these step-by-steps on how you do things, your environment, whatever it is you want to declutter, go into it with a sense of curiosity. And you are going to be absolutely amazed and excited, I can guarantee you, at how much less overwhelmed, if you even feel overwhelmed at all, because you're allowing yourself to feel that sense of curiosity first and foremost. When you do this, you will feel a huge difference in all of your decluttering efforts, and your decluttering is going to go so much faster than it ever has before. I hope this episode serves you today. Remember, all it takes is a clear vision of what you want and the willingness to take one small degree of a shift, like decluttering, daily, in order to align into a life that you are wildly obsessed with and a life that you absolutely love. I love you, and I will see you in the next episode.